listening to Carpool Theology. Join Alex, Shauna, and Grace, that's me, as we hit the road to discover who we are in light of who God is. Along the way, we'll be joined by friends, authors, and community leaders to discuss the intersection of faith and action and have a ton of fun while doing it. So grab a coffee, jump in the car with us, and let's roll.
Good morning, Carpooligans.
Good morning, everyone.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, it is Friday for us.
We film Fridays, it's like our thing.
We do film Fridays, so you know when we release on Thursday mornings, just know we're in the past and yet the future. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Wow,
Yeah.
that was really deep, Grace.
Thank you.
Wow.
In the past and the future.
Well, welcome to
Carpool
Theology.
I'm Grace.
I'm Alex,
And I'm Shauna.
and we have a super fun episode today.
Yeah.
We're making history.
Making
Making
history.
history.
Making history. We're really
Not
excited.
not the first person of color in our
Correct.
car,
No.
but the first Black person in
Yes.
our car today.
Yes.
First one.
We are juiced up.
Yep.
But before we get into intros, we have a couple little fun things. You know, we're gonna start our pod off like we normally do with a little mama moment.
Yeah.
Okay, Grace, you want to kick us off?
I mean, it's a corporate mama moment because I just feel like we've all been kind of sharing about these two giggling up
nervous?
there.
I drive. So can you drive?
She's normally our
You
driver.
drive.
We only had one fatal accident. No, I'm just kidding.
Shauna's getting critiqued this morning.
It's fine. We'll drive by the shop.
I knew it.
Yeah, we're in downtown Fresno today. For those of you who are just listening,
I want to know how many people try to figure out by the background where we are. I'd like a poll, please.
yeah,
Hot take.
yeah.
Okay.
For our friends that are detectives out there, the
Mhm.
true detectives.
Super sleuths.
Yeah. No, honestly, this mama moment today is truly corporate because I feel like we've all been kind of sharing just how weird our kids are recently. Endearing also, of course. We love them.
It makes them
say
special.
We say it in love. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
The things that make our children special.
Weirdness is good.
Yeah. So, mine, I'll start with mine. Last night,
I'm a white person honking at a black man in the downtown.
I'm sorry.
Did you know him?
He was on the road side. He was on the right side of
he's
the
just
street.
in the way. Go straight. I'm sorry. Thank you.
This is historic.
Oh,
this is historic.
You are also the
In
first
so many
passenger
ways.
driver that we've had.
Yeah, literally.
If I will say.
Jason's a passenger
You are
driver.
picking
I
it
don't
off.
think you're that sorry though.
I know.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I think you're sorry to like a
I'm
3.
not cool, Grace.
You know what? I think we need to intro him now. Because
Yeah.
I think that he's part of the conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, you can share in a mama moment. It could be historic that way too.
Oh, or a dad
Dad
moment.
Yeah, no.
Any
Yeah.
dad moments?
Everyone, this is Jason Spencer.
Jason Spencer.
Hello,
Hey,
everybody.
pod.
Listen,
Master J.
He's on the pod.
we're about to have real fun. I don't know about these other episodes, but we are about to have some real fun today.
Let's go.
So Aaron.
I'm out of the gate.
Let's
go.
Challenging.
We are going to.
Jason, can I finish my thought?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good.
and so,
Oh shoot.
listen, everyone. Our kids, last night, Shauna and I went to the Tower Farmers Market. The
The inaugural.
I'm sorry, Shauna, and you?
Yeah. It was a bit of a controversy.
It was. Shauna,
We
you,
didn't-
Jamie,
Yeah, we didn't.
and everyone else in the tower district.
Alex didn't get the memo.
Jason didn't get the memo either.
Jason didn't get the memo.
I get everything else from Grace, but not that. this email, but no invite. All right, that is.
I am getting roasted today in this car. Roasted.
Carpool roasting.
Uh,
Okay, so
We're at the
we're
farmer's
at the farmer's
market. And my kid decides that Shauna's husband, Sean, shout out Sean,
Sean,
he's
my
just gonna
guy.
start
He
running.
came to my birthday party and not Grace. I just want to.
He did.
Oh
my gosh,
yeah,
Shauna
oh
came.
My gosh, the
He had
roasting
so
is-
much
You would've
fun.
came if I would have known you. I didn't know you, but I would have
okay.
invited you.
Next
but
year.
yeah.
Who was the girl that sang?
Beth.
Oh,
She was
Beth.
good.
I'm just gonna let you boss me around.
Sorry.
That'll be mine.
Okay.
Great. Take us where you want to take us.
Yeah.
We're going to the west side.
We're at
love
the
it.
farmers
Not
market.
downtown. We're going to the west side, right?
That's
with
right.
My husband.
That's
Yeah.
where we're going.
Yep. Sean, Selah, my 4-year-old, was just head-butting Sean's
Oh, it
stomach.
Was Sayla? It wasn't
Oh, wow.
Sunny?
Just
yes.
full
So
force.
she would run back,
Full force.
and then at full speed, run into Sean's stomach.
Oh my
like
gosh.
it was like
Oh
a
my gosh.
trampoline.
And Sean
Boom.
was just like,
Oh, he
he's the
loved it.
best.
He was like, come on.
Sean's so great with the
Jen.
kids.
It was amazing. But it was also just like one of those things where it's like, this is so funny and so weird.
Yeah.
But it was happening.
Don't you love that?
And, you know.
I'm pretty sure Hayden's also done that to Sean.
I probably.
I love it.
Last night, I made freaking meatloaf. It was bomb.
Wow, were you in the 1950s?
Yeah, girl.
Delicious. I love meatloaf. I do.
Last night. Well,
Last
you
night.
should have been out in Towers.
Should have been at the Towers Farmers
you were.
Market. I
Messing around.
was at home with my
Womp
family,
womp.
just missing out. But it's fine. Anyways,
Totally
so I made
fine.
meatloaf.
But then they posted pictures. That's what cut me.
Yeah.
It just
No.
cut me in my
No,
side.
you know what cut me?
What was
you want to hear it? Grace, all my people at the farmers market tonight with
Wow.
with tears in
Oh,
their
my
eyes.
people!
Oh, no.
And I'm sitting there not at the farmers market. Let me tell you what.
Oh my
And
gosh.
you know, it's fine.
Dead.
It's fine. Anyways, we talked this out. We're good. We Gucci.
The hyperbole. I
We
am very guilty of hyperbole. Let's put it that way.
Hmm.
Jason, as we've been chatting with you, we've been driving your neighborhood. We've been in Southwest Fresno. And for those of you who aren't watching on YouTube, and don't know of Fresno or haven't ever been over here, it's impoverished. There's lots of empty lots. It's a pretty poor community. I think for the people that listen to our podcast and our friends and
Our
yeah,
moms.
our
Honest
Right.
moms.
yeah, the
Go
people
right at the light.
I mean, literally, most people I come into contact with, if you get into a deeper conversation about poverty, or the racial divide, or what it looks like to go outside of like your small suburbia where you grew up, it gets very overwhelming.
Mhm.
What do I do about all the problems that I see? And it's so overwhelming to me, I don't even know where to begin. And so then often people just don't.
Mm-hmm.
And then the cycle continues of, I'm just going to stay over here in my bubble.
Right.
How would you encourage them to see beyond the big overwhelming picture?
You said something, all the problems that I see.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot fix all the problems. You got to realize that. You cannot. But what area, what issue, it could be literacy, it could be something. What can I get my hands involved with? One thing, right? Identify one thing. What was the beauty about Nehemiah? Nehemiah, right?
Mm-hmm.
He heard the condition. He was like, okay, but did he try to rebuild the temple? Well, it was already. But it was the gates, right? It was the gates that was the problem. So he said, okay, let's focus on this area. Is there one area that you can focus on to say, man, I can get involved with this? I know I can't fix everything, but again, it's back to the piece. I feel that's the conversation today. It's back to the piece of the puzzle. Can I bring that? Alex does what for Fresno Unified?
I am a digital art teacher.
Okay, but I'm trying to do sports. So I'm not trying to do what she does, but again, it's like, but I'm finding where the need is. Here's the other thing. One of the problems I feel, Grace, that the church does is, and some nonprofits, but the church for sure, we always think like our plan is the best thing.
Yeah.
It's like the community needs this. Elementary school needs this. The reason why I believe our programs are working, because they're based off of the need that we have identified. Let me give you this. If you really want to do some great work in the community. Oh, turn right here. Turn right. Let's go back. Let's make a U-turn. If you want to do some great work in the community, right? You can make a U-turn. Sit on the school site council in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
The reason why we saw that mentoring was a problem for our African American students or sports is because I didn't just go in there. What is he doing? What is he doing? Okay, go ahead. Park right here.
Park right
What
here.
are we doing?
Yeah.
Are we pausing?
No, we're not pausing. I just didn't feel like, amigo! Oh my God! I didn't feel like, I'm telling you, Y'all didn't want. See, y'all don't really want me.
Don't you
really
dare say that. Don't you
Y'all
dare
don't
say
really.
that.
Come on.
No, don't you dare say
How
that.
are you?
Yeah.
These are my sisters here.
Hi.
Yes.
Nice to meet you guys.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Everything okay?
No way.
No. What happened?
We just stopped the cameras because Jason had us had Shauna. We were talking. He's like, make a U-turn.
If you haven't
And we
noticed,
stopped.
Jason's been yelling at
Jason's
people.
been telling people where to go and what to do. And we pulled over, and to Shauna and Alex and I were like, there's a bunch of people in the yard.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Jason looks at his friend and he's like, what's going on? His friend comes over and immediately breaks down and says, my wife and I are separating. And in front of us, Jason is pastoring his community, his friend, his neighborhood. And we got to watch Jason and be a part of Jason praying over his friend. So go ahead, Jason. Tell
No,
us more about that.
my friend. You could see he's Hispanic, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Language barrier is not the best, but when you just love the people around, we don't talk all the time, but when I see him, we embrace and.
Yeah.
But he felt comfortable just to share this moment. They're going to church right here.
Hey.
Hi,
so
Image
beautiful.
Church.
Way to just let it slip up on me there.
I know. We'll come back to us.
Just go ahead and turn around.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's really impactful.
Well, and I think we just saw what we've been talking about.
Yes.
Yes.
Is Jason talks about being the puzzle piece. Being
Yes.
that, and that I don't know about you guys, Alex and Shauna and everyone else listening, I don't often walk around like I am the representation of Jesus that people are going to see today.
Right.
Yes. But the thing is that man felt comfortable with you,
Right.
shared intimate things.
Right.
Like
right.
that's an intimate thing that he shared. And
Yeah.
See, we'll pray and say, Lord, send comfort and be their peace. But as the representative, when we show up, comfort shows up.
Yes.
Peace shows up, right?
because we can't fix anything.
No.
But often the Lord doesn't fix things for us either. He is with us in it.
I see you getting stirred up.
I am stirred up.
I see you getting stirred up. Yeah.
Tell us about your church. We're at
Who needs
Jason's
a paint
church.
job?
We're at Image Church.
Yeah.
Jason,
We're
I
on
want
the
to.
business side of it though.
Well,
Come
Jason, tell us about this empty lot that you have right next to it, and what you guys have been doing with that, and what I think. Remind me what you guys did with it in COVID, too, for health workers, right?
Oh, the church.
Yeah.
Well, we are a CNA approved program, so we're going to start in June. Our first cohort. We do CNA testing.
CNA.
Certified nurses assistant.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's the first level. Next is what LVN, RN. So Calviva has blessed us so we can offer this free.
Amazing.
Wow.
What?
It's gonna be crazy. Yeah.
So people can come here and get
7 weeks.
certified
Uh-huh.
and better their
Like,
get a better job.
better job. I think CNA's
Take
get
care of their
like
kids.
21, 22, something like that.
That's
Good
amazing.
job. Yeah.
And here we are.
This is the church.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which looks
Do
great.
you find that the people that are attending your church or congregation, that they are being stirred up to also be about the neighborhood?
Yes.
Hey y'all, this conversation is getting good and we hope you're loving it. When you engage with what we do, it helps us bring even more amazing guests and topics into the car. So get involved. Your support means everything to us. Continued prayer, leaving us a review, answering our poll questions, or subscribing to the pod all add up in a huge way. We are so grateful to get to do this. Consider supporting us in a financial way through a monthly donation. Stick with us and find out more at the end of this episode of how you can get involved. Let's keep it rolling.
Well, I didn't know how to cast vision correctly, but I put myself again around people who do know how to do it. My dad pastored for 32 years. I pastored for 5. So 37 years. On Easter Sunday, we raised for the first time for our community investment. We raised $9,000.
Nice.
Wow.
Now I'm like, but we have never did that for intentionally for something that would impact, other people. That makes sense. Sometimes people will raise money for like their pastor's appreciation and all. No, this is for the community, but we're casting vision. We're teaching about it. Every time I get an opportunity, we're talking about generosity, but why, right? We're telling the story. I think EMP talks about that, right? Vision 22. How do you tell the story of what you're doing? We have never done that before. And so, you know, I'm just learning. But again, like, I don't mind asking people for help.
Yeah.
to,
Why
you
is
know.
that? Because, you know, it's hard as a pastor to ask for help, and you touched on it a little bit earlier, but do you think that's innate in you? Have you had to, like, just train that up in yourself?
It can be culturally. I know a lot of times in the African-American community, a lot of pastors don't share their resources, and we should. You know, the money that we're going to get from Fresno Unified, I'm like, I don't want to try to run this or say I got all this. Like, how can I connect with the next church so they can run the program at a Lincoln, at a King, you know? But that's my heart, because I've been in meetings where I felt like somebody was talking to me with one hand behind their back, meaning like, I got something to share, but because I'm insecure or I think something,
Right.
but there's enough money to go around, there's enough people to go around.
That's right.
Like,
That's right.
Yeah, I just don't want to win for myself.
Yeah.
I want everybody to win around me. But,
Yeah.
Is that who your family is? Is your dad share that same
Oh,
characteristic?
yeah. Now, my dad, we pastor totally different. He was kind of like, I want to go to church and all that. He wasn't the community guy like me. Be the best piece of the puzzle, and God has gifted you with the talents and the abilities to be that. And you got to own it and know, God, you have given me this, and I'm going to work it, because the body of Christ needs your piece.
Come on.
Absolutely.
It does.
Yes.
And it's going to fit things together, and we work together and we build together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's why in Southwest, I want to be that piece for Columbia and Lincoln.
Okay, here's a little tangent.
Yeah.
Because we've got a little bit of time before we get to our end destination. Limitations. We all have them. We don't like them, right? We can't all have all the gifts. We don't all have all of the spiritual gifts, all the talents, all the things. So I think what I hear you saying is embrace your gifts and hone your gifts. Point them out in each other.
Yeah.
And
At the light.
point them out in each other, and like go for it.
Go for it.
We talked about something in, I think, a couple episodes back that we all feel very passionate about, and it's that verse in
Second Corinthians.
2 Corinthians, that the Lord is making his appeal through us.
Come on, 2 Corinthians chapter 5,
Yeah.
verse 20.
And
19.
so that is just, I mean, I hear that in what you're saying. That is it. Like, that is it. That if I feel like if there's like an action piece, if there's like a go calling on us, it's that. Like, anytime I know I'm feeling insecure in my position, in what I'm doing, if I can fall prey to imposter syndrome, or the lie that I can do it all myself, that piece, that verse really just slaps me in the face, if I'm being real honest. Like,
That's powerful.
the Lord, not
Yes.
me, is making his appeal through me. And so that's a calling. That is our duty. That is our responsibility to step into that and to own it as Christians.
And he has equipped you for every good work.
Go to Venice.
I'm going to take you past Alex's shop.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you want to see my store?
Yeah.
It's right here on Broadway.
That's so powerful. How do you taste and see that the Lord is good?
Right here. I'm gonna tell you something this morning, because I've just been feeling really distant. Like, I've just had I think I've just been so busy that I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, so literally this morning, got up and I was just praying. I'm like, Lord, I know what has been distracting me, and just praying for closeness. And I just want to feel you. I just want to be near you. I just want to feel your presence. And I was writing in my journal. I write in the morning, and carpool is always like today. I was like, yes, I have carpool today. And then, like, if you're asking how do you feel, see and taste the Lord is good, like that moment of you just like embracing a person on the side of the road, like for me, I was like, Lord, like, yes, this is like, this is you, this is where you are. And it's like so good for me. I was like, oh my gosh. And yeah, so that's like,
It's through us interacting. That's how people taste of the goodness of God.
I was just listening to
This is yours.
yeah, it's closed
we
right
were
now.
passing KLSD over.
There I am. It's real cute when it's
We gotta
open.
talk about what you do. You got clothes in there, huh?
It's like a little boutique. It's amazing.
You need to take your wife in there.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, gotta come by.
Okay.
So yes, thank you for that. Thank you, like God, like that is just. I just felt like
Have
it
you
was like the
cried yet
Lord
on
being.
on the episode.
I cry all the time, but I don't know.
Oh,
about
we
this
all
one.
cried with KO.
Oh yeah, I cry all the
Anyways,
time. I'm a
cry.
big
You're
cry.
not the first, is what we're trying to say.
Oh man. Oh man.
I was just gonna say to that, I was listening to a sermon series recently, and he was talking about guaranteed places of encounter, where God's word has guaranteed that regardless of what we feel or what we're going through, our emotions, that God has said He will be there.
Yeah. Impact Center.
And one of those is with the poor or with people that are being
Yes.
like, God has
Yes.
told us, like, He is with us in those moments, and that when three or more are gathered, like when two or more are gathered, I am there in your name. And so it's in community, it's in the dirt, it's in
Yeah.
places where we don't think He would be there, but He shows up because He's already told us that He'd be there. in
Come
His word.
on.
And that's what we need. We don't need. I was reading this book. It was talking about how we don't need a savior that can wipe out our circumstances.
No.
What we need is to know we're not alone.
Right.
And we do that for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And God does that with us, through us,
Yeah.
for us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Listen,
That's the
Yeah.
secret sauce.
Oof.
you said something about limitations,
Yes.
and I heard a preacher say one time, "When it's God's will, it's His deal."
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to know, like, you go for it, and God will provide. He will
Yeah.
bring resources. We just got a call yesterday that about more money for our nonprofit. Like, I'm just, if I keep doing God's will, He will provide.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? He'll
And
make
shape
a
you
way.
through it, right?
Come on.
Yes.
It's a hard yes.
Jason.
Get out.
Oh, you still have two more
I'm
things.
done.
We have our
Oh
wrap-up.
yeah. What's okay?
All
Our
right,
wrap up.
Jason, this is what we do with all of our guests, all of our esteemed guests. Two things, because we are in a car and we love a good pun.
Mhm.
What fuels your tank?
PlayStation. With my son.
That is out of left field that I did not
I love it.
expect.
Heard that
What
one.
game do you
What
guys play?
Yeah.
2K.
Okay.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was a bad parent. I was
Okay.
letting him play Fortnite. He's too little for that. I was like, Jason, that's not good.
I mean, it's okay. It's
He
okay.
woke
We
up
learn
one morning, "Dad,
lessons.
It was. I saw guns. I saw.
We learn lessons.
So yeah, 2K.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your guys' team? Your
He loves
basketball
the Warriors.
team.
He loves
Yeah.
the Lakers.
Yeah.
Oh, so
So
2K
does.
is a basketball game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did not know.
My husband also loves 2K, Jason.
You're lying.
He loves it.
What? What? Okay. We'll talk.
We'll talk.
And then
And then what can't you leave home without? That's a one way. I already did that today.
I did that too. I always do it.
What can I leave with?
We cannot
Yeah.
leave
What can't you leave
home
home without?
without.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Like what's in your pockets right
My
now?
ring.
You take it off?
No, I don't take it off, but it slipped off and I couldn't find it one day, and I just felt naked, and I realized like I do not like leaving. I want to always have this on.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know why. Yeah, I mean I know why, but I just felt naked without it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Seriously, thank you so much for. I
Yes.
mean, y'all know him, but I don't. Like this is my
Yeah,
first
no,
time.
you're my sister now.
This is
You're
no
my
for real.
sister.
This is my first time hanging out with you, and I'm just so blessed. I know our listeners are gonna be so blessed,
Come
and
on,
I
I need the
to
highest
come visit your
ratings.
church and hang
I
out.
want the highest ratings. Well,
I'm
Sean hasn't been
ready.
there.
Own it.
Grace hasn't been to my church yet, so
Let's go.
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna be there.
I think like
I'm gonna come and teach at his church. There's quite an organ behind me.
you want? Yeah,
an organ.
yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta come. When she comes, I need both you guys to come.
I will.
Yeah.
Oh, we will be there. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for just sharing vulnerably, honestly. This obviously you bring a whole different energy to our car that we
needed it.
are
Love it.
so grateful.
We needed
for.
the energy.
And so yeah, we're so grateful. So
Thank
thank
you,
you.
guys.
Thanks for being
Yeah.
here.
Thank you.
Really
Thanks for
appreciate it.
hanging with us, Carpool.
Thanks, Jay.
Love ya. Bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to Carpool Theology. We hope this episode was encouraging, fun, and challenging for you as you walked with Jesus in your community. If you loved what you heard today, we invite you to join our amazing, awesome, beautiful team of monthly supporters. For as little as $3 to $5 a month, you can support Carpool Theology. We're committed to bringing authentic and honest side-by-side conversations about faith in a fun setting like a drive around town. Click the link in our show notes or on our Instagram page at carpool-theology to start supporting us today. Thanks, fam. We'll see you in the car.